Good afternoon, everyone. In our last session, we explored what influencer marketing is, its evolution from celebrity endorsements to nano-influencers, and the psychological and cultural forces that make it so potent in the digital age. Today, we add another dimension, artificial intelligence. Because here's the truth. The influencer economy has grown too large, too complex, and frankly, too opaque to manage by gut instinct alone. There are now over 50 million content creators globally. Which ones align with your brand values? Which ones command real influence, not just inflated follower counts? Which will actually move your campaign's bottom line? Answering these questions manually is like trying to chart the stars with a pocket flashlight. This is where AI becomes indispensable. Part 1. AI-driven influencer discovery. Let's start with the beginning of any campaign, identifying the right voices. In the past, influencer discovery often relied on keyword searches and agency databases. Today, AI platforms like Upfluence and Tracker use natural language processing, NLP, to comb through millions of profiles across platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. But it's not just scanning bios. These systems analyze captions, posting frequency, comment sentiment, even the linguistic tone. Suppose you're launching a sustainable fashion line in Europe. Instead of manually searching for hashtags like #sustainablefashion or trawling for bios that mention eco-conscious, you feed your campaign parameters into the AI. Find micro-influencers in Berlin who post about sustainable fashion with a minimum engagement rate of 5% and whose followers skew Gen Z and female. In seconds, the system returns a ranked list based on a fit score. It accounts not just for follower count, but alignment with your target customer, past brand affiliations, and audience overlap. Sephora, for instance, uses this AI capability to identify beauty influencers whose followers mirror their shopper profiles, age, location, even skin tone in some cases. The result? More precise targeting, less guesswork, greater efficiency. Part 2. AI for fraud detection and authenticity checks. Now, let's address a more uncomfortable reality: fraud. According to Influencer Marketing Hub 2023, 15% of influencers have fake followers, bot accounts, purchased engagement, or manipulated metrics. As budgets grow, so do risks. Enter machine learning-powered fraud detection. Tools like Hype Auditor assess influencer credibility by analyzing follower behavior, engagement patterns, and comment quality. For instance, if an account shows a sudden spike in followers from one country, but no language alignment, that's a red flag. If comments look like spam or repeat emojis across hundreds of posts, that may indicate a click farm. Brands upload influencer shortlists to the platform. The AI returns a trust score, say 85 out of 100 for an authentic, organically grown audience. Scores below 70 might signal manipulation, prompting blacklisting. L'Oréal, one of the world's biggest beauty advertisers, reportedly saved $4 million per year by purging fake influencers using these systems. And Unilever's global CMO once said publicly, "We will no longer work with influencers who buy followers." That decision, backed by AI tools, reportedly saved $20 million annually. So AI here isn't just about better targeting. It's brand protection at scale. Part 3. Predictive campaign performance. Now let's talk about future casting. AI doesn't just identify and verify influencers, it also predicts what they're likely to deliver. How? By analyzing historical campaign data, engagement rates, audience conversions, previous collaborations, and even the creative formats used, e.g., stories versus reels. Platforms like Creator IQ or Influencity run regression models to estimate expected ROI per influencer. Optimal postaje para máximo visibilidad. Conversion lift based on audience affinity. Here's a practical scenario. A fashion brand wants to promote its new summer line across Instagram and TikTok. The AI examines prior performance and predicts that TikTok influencer A will outperform Instagram influencer B by 40% in expected sales lift, even though B has double the followers. Why? Because A's audience historically converts better, engages more frequently, and overlaps less with past campaigns, i.e., less ad fatigue. Fashion Nova, a brand known for fast fashion and fast marketing cycles, reportedly uses AI-driven projections with 85% accuracy to anticipate sales outcomes from influencer posts. Even more impressive, some AI systems now dynamically reallocate campaign budgets in real time. If a TikTok creator underperforms halfway through the campaign, the system shifts spend toward Reels or toward another influencer with better emerging metrics. Ethical consideration. Now, a thoughtful pause. With all this automation, we must ask, should brands disclose when AI selects the influencer? The FTC's endorsement guidelines are evolving to cover AI-curated partnerships. And more broadly, we're entering a space where machine-led decisions can still impact human trust. If consumers know that an influencer wasn't handpicked but selected by algorithm, does that change the perception of authenticity? These are important discussions, and as marketers, we must approach them with transparency and intent. Academic perspective. Let me draw your attention to a foundational anchor from Kaplan and Heinlein, 2020. In their work, they argue that AI in marketing enables hyper-personalization at scale. Influencer marketing, when powered by AI, becomes exactly that. Not just mass messaging, but tailored partnerships aligned with a brand's identity and a consumer's trust. Recap and reflection. Let's summarize what we've learned today. Hoy hay, revoluciones influencer descubrí, turning lo que antes era intuición en data-driven selección. Machine learning filters out fraud, preserving brand credibility and financial integrity. AI predicts campaign outcomes, empowering marketers to invest where impact is highest. On mi ética debe cuidar a la automación, because la confianza es la correncia de influencia. In our next session, we'll dive deeper into the tools that make all this possible, comparing platforms, features, and use cases to help you build your own AI-enabled influencer strategy. Until then, reflect on this. In a world where algorithms can spot the next big voice before they trend, the question is no longer, can we find the right influencer? It's, can we do it responsibly, intelligently, and at scale? See you in Lesson 3, where we will learn how to identify and select the right influencers using AI.